Alright guys, I'm going to walk you through 10-12. Let me update my title. 10-12 section. Third section drawing, I think. Alright, so I go to model. I'm going to start by doing my front view. Overall width 2.5. Overall height 3.5. I'm going to take center lines and do a vertical and then a horizontal. I'm going to use offset. I'm going to do 1/2 inch vertical line on both sides, and then I'm going to do, as far as that 1 inch horizontal, 1 inch up, horizontal 1 inch down. Alright, made kind of a grid. I'm going to use that to make some circles. Center diameter, I'm going to do the one in the very middle first. It's 3/4 of an inch. Alright, this top one, it's a counterbore hole, so it's like I took a drill bit and drilled through, and I took a bigger drill bit and drilled partially through. So when I'm looking straight on it, I'm going to see 2 circles from the side. It tells me, says diameter 1/4 through, so that's going to be the hole that goes the whole way through. And then the bigger size, it gives me a symbol, kind of like a squared off view. Then diameter 1/2 inch, and has a down arrow 1/8. So the diameter is going to be 1/2 inch, and that one would go 1/8 of an inch in. There's another set of those down here, so I'm just going to copy one that's done there. So my front view is all done. Alright, I'm going to do a section view on this. Now if I just slice it down the middle, I'm going to miss these holes. If I get one of these holes, I'm going to miss everything else. So we're going to do what's called an offset section. So what that means is where it's cutting, kind of like I use offset for these lines, it's going to come and offset and continue and offset. That way I can get the max amount of details in. I'm going to start a section line down. Alright, where in here I stop doesn't really matter. You just don't want to stop right on the edge of a circle or edge of that circle. I come over, cut through that circle, over, and cut through that one. Now I'm going to get rid of those center lines. I'm going to change the scaling on these. That way they become dashed. Insert, arrow. Did it place it or did it freeze? It's freezing. Come on. You got it. Alright, I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to rotate it. It's going to point to the left because my section view is going to be to my right. Copy it down so I don't have to do that again. Now I'm going to make my right side view, which will be my section view. Thickness is 1 inch. Bring that over, bring that up. Alright, this circle is going to bring over the very top and bottom of it. Again, where the section line is where it's being cut to show the detail. So I'll see that circle, this circle here. If I bring the outside one over, alright, again it tells me that it goes 1/8 of an inch in. Then I bring the bottom over. So that's that bigger diameter. This small circle is going to go the rest of the way through. If I line it up, I'm going to do a mistake on purpose, just so I can explain it. A lot of times people will draw their counterbore holes like this, and it's technically wrong. The reason is, if these are both holes, an empty space, if I have a bigger hole, can I have a smaller hole existing inside the bigger hole? No. That smaller diameter is no longer there because I drilled it out to the bigger size. Alright, bottom one's going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to select the top one, and this time I'm going to use mirror, midpoint, flip it down, because the distance here is the same as the distance here. They're both an inch up and away, or up and down. I'm going to add in my hatching. I'm just going to do 32. Again, where it's solid and being cut through, I will add hatching. And then I'm going to do my top view. Line it up 1 inch. This top view can be kind of confusing. It's going to be a bunch of hidden lines. Start with the side of this circle. I'm going to do all the hidden lines on one side, and then I'm just going to mirror it to the other. So I did this one. Now I'm going to do the counterbore hole. Again, it goes 1/8 of an inch in. I can bring the other side up. Inside of the circle. And this edge will actually line up with that line that's already there. So let me add center line in, and then I'm going to take all this, mirror, flip it over, and then all of my drawings done. I'm going to pause here because kids are about to come in. I'll dimension, and then I'll pull it back up so that you can see all the dimensions that you should have. Alright, so I'm doing my dimensions. Go to dimension layer. I'm going to do the linear ones first. Got 1 inch. Let me get my overall height, overall width. Should be 1 inch here, 1 inch down. I'm going to move this out a little bit to give myself room. The thickness, let me do diameter. There's that one. And then for the counterbore holes, I'm just going to use a leader. I'll click, place it, and it's, if I go up to symbol, diameter, 1/4 through. I'm just going to type C-bore, and it is 1/2 and symbol. I click other. Let me find my arrow. See it. There's in here somewhere, unless I passed it already. Oh, there we go. Down, select, copy, then Control V, 1/8. Alright, so I have my seed bore, counter bore labeled. I have my thickness. I need my widths. Here to here. And here to here. The last thing before I forget, I'm going to have 2 more center lines. Let me just scale. And then I'm going to go copy here and here. Alright, once I do that, this drawing's all done. You can switch it to your layout and print it, or if you're virtual, you can export as a PDF.